Hello everyone, it's pyGuru this side, and today in this tutorial we are going to learn how to create a Python best checker. So we already learned how to create one in the previous tutorial, but in this one we'll learn how can we extract certain data from the HTML code like CSRF token. Okay, so for this I have a target website helloSui.in, and this is the sign-in page which was open in just front of you. We have few test credentials we want to check. So for that, what I will do is I will create a new let's say folder Aldo Swoosh. Okay, and then we can just right click and click here open in terminal, and once you have created venue here virtual environment like we did in the previous tutorial, just type ven/scripts/activate. Okay, that's it. Now again you need to give two things here: pip install request. You don't need to install it again if you have did it previously, but for this tutorial only, beautiful Sue, or hit enter and it will get installed, but I have already did it, so let's not do it. Okay, after that what we are going to do is we are just going to move inside the Aldo Source folder. So cd Aldo Source. Now here we will open our VS Code, the code dot. Now let me just close my first VS Code window and come here. Okay, here create a file called main.py. You can give it any name. Now we are good to go. So let's go to the website, and first we will just make a login request to helloSource.in. Okay, so let's try to do it. I'll just refresh the page, and if I check on the all here, it should be there. So this is the page. Okay, and here if I type this is the login page. Now if I type test@test.com and test1234, and if I scroll down and click on login, it will make a request account login URL is equal to 1. Form data, it takes the login email, login password, and CSRF token. Now this CSRF token is inside this HTML code. So if you just come to the elements tab and type CSRF anywhere, you will see this is a token. Okay, we need to parse it or extract it before making the login request. So let's see how can we do it. Actually, it's again very easy. We'll just go to the login, this one, and copy as curl bash curl to Python. Okay, here we will just replace everything, and what we need to do is we just need to copy this thing. Okay, so let's just copy and first import requests. Again, remember we have to make a session. So for that, how DeepSeek did it previously in the tutorial. If you don't know, you can just again go to any AI tool and call it to paste the what we copied and call it to make it a request.session code. Like convert this HTTP code to Python request session and then paste what we have copied there. Okay, that's it. Now it will give you a code like this with request.session as session. So let me just copy it. These lines. Okay, we need to make few changes here. Like say we will create a function def check user login. Again, you can give your function any name, it doesn't matter, and we will just indent everything like this. Okay, we don't need the cookies, so we'll just remove this line. We will create a empty dictionary for cookies for now. So cookies equals empty dictionary, and we will just paste it this thing which we copied, okay, from DeepSeek. We did we copied it in the previous tutorial. If you haven't watched that tutorial, please watch it, then only we'll be able to understand this one. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are just going to move this one, indent it inside the width. Okay, so response equals, instead of request.get, we have to make it session.get. Okay, and we don't need to pass it here since we have already passed we have already updated it inside the session. Okay, so we don't need to pass it again. Let's just print response dot status code. Okay, don't ever print response dot text. It will just fill your entire CMD. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to type once you are inside Eldo Source, type Python main.py, hit enter. We have some error, no module name request py. So request, okay, there's some issue, I guess. I know the issue. We have to create a virtual environment inside this, but don't worry, I've installed all the packages outside this environment. So for now, what I will do is I'll just deactivate it. Okay, so yes, just deactivate it and type python main.py. And what happened? Actually, we didn't call the function, so that's why it's not printing anything. So check user login, print it python main.py. If we get 200, it means everything is okay. Now, yes, we are good to go. Remember what we need? We need the HTML code in order to parse this CSRF token. So for that, what we need to do is type this thing with open response.html in write mode. This is we are writing the HTML, which is response.text. Remember last time I said if you are getting a response.json, you have to store it some other way. But if you are getting a text like HTML, then you have to store it like this. Don't print it again because HTML codes are very large. So simply write it to a file. So response.html, we are opening a file in write mode, encoding it in UTF-8, and then writing the HTML code to that file. That's it. We are doing this thing. Okay. So just save it and let's run it again. And if you are lucky, we will get a file here. So response.html. Okay. Now here search for Control F, press if you are using VS Code, type CSRF. Here we are getting the CSRF. Now if you don't know how to get CSRF token, extract this value, just copy this entire line. Again go to ChatGPT, DeepSeek or any other Gemini tool. Okay. And here just paste this and type extract CSRF value using beautiful soup. Hit enter and it will tell you how to do it. Okay. Again, we need to import one library here, which we installed, which is called beautiful soup. So just go to main.py at the top and here type from bs4 import beautiful soup. Okay. And scroll down, come back to DeepSeek and see what it said. Okay, so it said just this thing. So you have to just copy this things actually. Copy these lines. That's it. And paste it here. Instead of HTML, what you can do is you can just write response.text here. Do one thing. Create a HTML variable and store response.text inside it, and then just pass the HTML variable here. Okay, so we are good to go now. Let's try if we are getting a CSRF value or not. So this is the CSRF token working. Okay, and it is stored in a variable called CSRF token. Now we can move to our next request. Now let's move to the next one. That is, we'll go to Eldo source sites, and remember we have a request there for account login. What we need to do is copy it, copy a curl to Python and paste it here. So we don't need anything here. Remember we need this thing, but parameters, data and response. So just copy all these three lines, these three things, and paste it here. So like this, indent it as we discussed. Here you have to replace this CSRF token with your CSRF token variable. So remove all of this and paste CSRF token yours. Instead of request.post, it will be session.post. We have already discussed all of these things. Okay, we don't need to pass cookies or headers. So we can remove these two things, and we need to pass params and data. That's it. Okay. Now print response.status code. And I don't know what kind of data we are going to get. But again, let's just do one thing. Cut this line. We don't need this anymore. And paste it here. Since we are not getting any idea, we have no idea what it will return. Let's see. No, actually it's returning JSON data. So we don't need it. Okay, so we can just remove with this line, and we can just say with open response dot JSON. Okay, WSF. And what we need to do is, if you want to write JSON data, you need to import another library, which is JSON, which we used in the previous tutorial. And here you can just type json.dump response.json in a file handle. Okay, and indent equals 4. That's it. Now let's try to run all of this and let's see what we are getting. Here remember, we are passing a login and email and password directly to python main.py. Let's see if we are getting any error or not. So we have got 200, and we can see response.json. So yes, we are getting all of these things like this. So here we are getting an error. Okay, error invalid login or password. Remember that password is in case sensitive like this. So yes, again, it's an error. We can't do anything. But what we can do, first of all, let's replace it with email and password. So email and password. Now we have to pass email and password like we did in the previous tutorial. Instead of directly passing here, we will pass when the function is called. So email, comma, password. That's it. Check user login. What's the issue here? Check user login is taking two arguments, email password, but it's showing email is not defined. Okay, don't worry. We can just directly pass for now. Test.com and test1234. That's it. If you want, you can try again and you will get the same error. But before that, let's put a key check. If here we can also store this response.json in a variable, or we can directly check as well. If response.json.get, and remember here it has an error. Okay, so whenever you see a dictionary, you can simply call the .get method. So inside it has a key called error, which has a list. Okay, so error, and if this error list is not present, we can just make an empty list. Okay, so if the response.json.get error list, and we are putting inside in a function called length. Okay, so length is a function which will tell how many values are inside the list. So we will just type if it is greater than 0, it means there's a login error. So in that case, we can just print login failed and print login.json, and else you can print login successful. Okay, login successful. Or instead of login.json, you can just print login.get error. Okay, that will be it. Yes, you don't need any all of these things, but simply this will work. Okay, so let's try. Got a 200. We got a CSRF token, login failed, and invalid login or password. Good. Now let's try with a successful login. So I have a working account here. Well, let's copy this one and paste here, and this one and paste here. Click on login and we'll check what is the value of this. Close. Hope so we get something. Where is your login? Login. Let's filter out. Here it is. Okay. So payload. Again, if everything is okay, we are likely going to get the URL only. Okay. So there is any matters. So let's just try directly passing our login credential. And here. And this one here. Let's run it. Okay, so we are getting JSON data like this. Authenticated customer is empty. Success is true. See, this time there was no error key. Okay, so that's why we are putting this dot get error. So in that case, we are putting a empty list. Otherwise, you will get error in your code. Okay, that's it. Account login, blah 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 blah. It will redirect me to this one. And page data is this. Login is successful. User ID is this. Login method is this. Phone number is this, which is fake. Email is this. Gender is this. For full name, email option, date of birth, user type, customer type. All of this is here. If you want to extract it, you can extract it. Suppose, let's say for now, I want the user ID. So what I can do is, I can just go to my code here, and we can store it in a variable called data response.json. Okay, and actually let's cut this line and paste it here. So since we are typing response.json multiple time, we can just write data everywhere. Wherever you have written response.json, you can replace it with a single variable. Okay, so that's why we use variables. They are handy. You don't need to type longer things. Okay, but now what you can do, you can just type printing data dot get. See, this is a dictionary. Inside this, we want this key because inside it we have the user ID. So we will just get it. If it is not present, then we will return an empty dictionary, because see, again this is a dictionary. Okay, that's why we are putting an empty dictionary. In that error case, it was a list. That was why we were using an empty list. And then from that, what we can do is we can get user, and if it is not present, we will just return an empty string. If you want to extract any other thing, like let's say phone number, you can just copy phone number and paste it here, and you can just copy it here, and you can get the full name if you want as well. Anything that you want, date of birth, everything. Okay, doesn't matter. So let's try to run it once again. CSRF token. We have got some issue here. Guys, actually we have did a very silly mistake here. We have already closed the print method before getting it the value. Okay, so what you would need to do is just replace it this second closing parenthesis. As you can see, once I replaced it, here we are getting red. Just put it here. Okay, my fault. So replace it from all the 3 lines like this. That's it. Now we can move ahead. Okay, so let's see it. So we have got the user ID, this thing, and this thing as well. Looks good to me. what you want, you can do anything else. If you want, you can move to this page. Does it has anything important? If you want, you can just move it to this page. Okay, you can just make a request to this page, doesn't matter. But since we have already got what we wanted, so that's why we are leaving this tutorial till here. I hope you have got a basic idea. Again, you will get a HTML code for this, so you have to store it in a text file like this. Okay, where we are doing it. Remember, in the starting of the tutorial, we are storing it in text file. So that's how you have to do it and parse it using a beautiful soup. You can ask DeepSeek or ChatGPT, anyone to do it for you. So I hope you have got a basic hang. In the next tutorial, we'll try to make a combo list for this checker and just fake type of, and we'll learn how can we use that combo list, okay, along with that checker. So yes, let's meet in the next